In 2.3, we're going to look at reduction and conversion of units. We have some reduction factors, how to get inches, squared inches to feet. We know that 12 inches is 1 foot. So if we think about square units, 144 inches is 1 square foot. We know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So if we square that, 9 square feet is 1 square yard. Okay? And so on. So those are reduction factors. If we have 100 millimeters square, that's 1 centimeter squared. If you have 10,000 centimeters squared, that's 1 square meter, and so on. We have other conversion factors. Some are exact. This first one, 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. The rest in this chart are approximate. It tells you the approximate inches that equal 1 meter, kilometers that equal 1 mile, grams that equal 1 pound, pounds that equal a kilogram, liters that equal cubic feet, centimeters that equal a pint, and quart equals a liter. So essentially, we're still going to be using unit multipliers, but just know that you may have approximate answers instead of exact answers. So in these problems, they want us to use these tables to round off at the indicated decimal place, if it says to do that. The first question is, how many centigrams are there in 1 kilogram? So 1 kilogram, okay, it's going to be easier for us to go to grams and then centigrams. We know that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So my kilograms gets canceled out. Okay? And then centigrams. We know that there are 100, because centi is 100, 100 centigrams in 1 gram. So we can multiply 100 times 1,000 is 100,000 centigrams. And of course, in the denominator, we just have ones. 1 times 1 is 1. The next question, they want us to reduce 50 cubic centimeters to cubic millimeters. 50 cubic centimeters to cubic millimeters. Now, we need to go from centimeters to meters. We know that in 1 centimeter, 1 cubic centimeter, we have 1,000. This is from the chart here. Um, 1,000 meters. Excuse me, 1,000 millimeters cubed. Okay. So that our centimeters cancel out. We have 50 times 1,000. This is 50,000 cubic millimeters. Now again, I do want to say that when you're taking your test, you may want to go ahead and print this out. This chart is in your book so that you can have it as a reference with you there. Number 8, we are doing 8 kilograms to pounds, and they say round to the tenths. So let's go up here and let's look. Kilograms, pounds, it tells us 453.6 grams is 1 pound. But we're going to kilograms. We start off with kilograms. 2.205 pounds is 1 kilogram. So when we go to pounds, the kilogram needs to be in the denominator. 1 kilogram is 2.205 pounds. Okay? And if you multiply 8 times 2.205, and here it specifically says to round to the 10th power, 17.6 pounds. It's very important that you read your directions when doing your homework and you're testing My Math Lab. It may tell you exactly what place you need to round to. And if you don't round to that indicated place, then it will be counted wrong. Another one with the same directions, convert 27 centimeters to inches. Okay, let's go back to our chart on the previous slide. Centimeters to inches. It tells us 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. That's an exact value, but the problem over here tells us to round to the nearest 10. So we have 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. So when I do 27 divided by 2.54 and then round it to the nearest 10 is 10.6 inches. All right, the next few problems. It says to solve and round to the indicated place value. Number 20 says, near the Earth's surface, the acceleration due to gravity is about 980 centimeters per second squared. Okay? Convert this to feet per second squared. So we already have the per second squared. We're not going to mess with that. But what we need to do is to go from centimeters to feet. Okay? Centimeters to feet. And if we look at our chart, we see centimeters to inches, but not centimeters to feet. But if we get centimeters to inches, we could easily go from inches to feet. Remember, 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. So we put this in the bottom so we can cancel out. That's equal 1 inch. We got to go a step further because we want feet. Well, we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we cancel that out. So what we have is 980 divided by the product of 2.54 and 12. And if you do that on a calculator and round to the nearest 10, you get 32.2 feet per second square. Okay, feet per second square. Let's look at one more problem. The length of a power transmission line is 3,300 feet. How many meters is this? Well, let's go back and look at our chart. We have a conversion from meters to inches. 39.37 inches equals 1 meter. So if we look at our problem again, they want us to go to meters. So we need to go from feet to inches so we can go from inches to meters. Again, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So our feet, the feet cancel. And then we just said that there are 39.37 inches in 1 meter. So when we multiply the 12 and the 3,300 divided by 39.37, we get 1,006 meters. Okay. So this was a brief overview of reduction and conversion of units.